On this episode of Ask TK, we're going to be talking about the tobacco plant in Ligero. Welcome back to another episode of Ask TK here on StogieTV.com. I am your host, Tobacco Kennedy. And this episode is being brought to you by the TK Cigar, Brazilian wrapper, Nicaraguan filler, Nicaraguan binder. You got to love it. My very own brand, and I hope you enjoy. On this episode, we have a great question. What makes a cigar strong per se? Well, I have a diagram to assist us with answering this question. This is a diagram that I created to help when I do cigar education classes and seminars and videos. So as you can see, it's an actual depiction of a tobacco plant. And it has the basic components. But to answer the question, what makes a cigar, quote unquote, strong, is the actual contents of that particular cigar. And one of the strongest contents is called a Ligero leaf. In a plant platform of cigar tobacco, you have three basic sections: Ligero, Viso, and Seco. These three sections produce three different profiles of tobacco leaves. Ligero, that's the one that you wanted to find out about when it comes to strength profile. Ligero tobacco means that the tobacco leaves were left at the top of the plant during a process called priming. So what is priming? Priming means that when the tobacco plant is ready to be processed to the next level, there's a way you do it. And these little red lines here indicate that when you prime from the bottom on the way up, leaving the top of the plant for last. Also meaning you also leave these leaves to receive the most exposure of sun, meaning the greater the strength of these particular leaves here at the top of the plant. So when it comes to priming in, this priming here stops at 5. You have some manufacturers who may go all the way up to 8 primings and maybe even more. So when it comes to priming, the bottom 2 to 4 leaves are plucked off. And a week and a half later, or 2 weeks and a half later, the farmer may come and grab the other set. 2.5 weeks later, come and grab the other set. 2.5 weeks later, come and grab the other set, leaving these top leaves to receive the most exposure to the sun, making them a little more stronger than the other leaves in the tobacco plant, or rather on the tobacco plant. You get it? You see where I'm going with this? So it's a priming process that leaves the, what is called Ligero, which is the top of the tobacco plant, last to be taken off the plant, leaving more exposure to the sun. And that's the leaf that is inside your cigar that is the strongest. Now you do have some companies who add maybe 1 leaf, 2 leaves. You may have heard the phrase double Ligero or triple Ligero, meaning that they have added 3 components of Ligero on top of the filler, binder, and so forth to complete your cigar. I hope that answers your question on what makes a cigar really strong. It's actually based off of the contents of the cigar. I really love this cigar. The TK, my brand, Brazilian wrapper, SLE filler, SLE binder. You know, if I'm smoking it, it got to be damn good. So you got a question about cigars, business, life. I will do my best to translate and answer through the world of cigars. Don't forget to follow all of our social media platforms at Stogie TV. And don't forget to watch this episode and many more like it at StogieTV.com. Till next time, live the life you want. Smoke a TK.